Hello everyone and welcome back to CodeChef. In today's video, we are exploring some of the most practical and commonly used applications of for loops in C++. We will look at how to iterate through strings, use for loops for pattern printing, generate multiplication tables, and even perform series summation. So let's get started. Iterating over strings. A string in C++ is basically a sequence of characters stored one after another. Using a for loop, we can iterate through each character using its index. This is useful for tasks like counting vowels, checking for specific characters, converting cases, etc. A string is made up of characters, and using a for loop, we can run through each character one by one. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform and see an example of iterating over strings in C++. Here the program objective is reverse iterate over string. That means we are going to use a for loop with decrementing index. That means we are going to start with the end of the string and iterate towards the beginning of the string. The expected output is character at index 6 is G, then index 5 is M, character at index 4 is I, character at index 3 is N, character at index 2 is R, at index 1 is O, and character at index 0 is M. Coming to the code, hash include IOStream using namespace std semicolon. Then int main, now inside the curly brace, we are declaring a string. String word is equal to, in double inverted commas, morning, semicolon. So here is the string over which we are going to reverse iterate. Now having a look at the for loop, for in bracket int I is equal to word dot length minus 1. So whatever is the length of this string, minus 1, that means the last index number, because if you see, the index number begins from 0. So how many characters are there? M, O, R, N, I, N, G. Total 7 characters are there. So the index number will be from 0 to 6. That is why word dot length will be 7. So 7 minus 1 is 6. Then semicolon I is greater than or equal to 0. So it will iterate from the 6th positioned semicolon I is greater than equal to 0. That means the iteration will start from the character placed at position 6 till the character position at index number 0. Semicolon I minus minus. Since it is starting from 6, it will keep decrementing till it reaches the 0th index number character. Curly brace begins, cout, then in double inverted commas, character at index. Then the value of I, that means the index number will be printed for each iteration. Then again in double inverted commas is colon. Then word I, that means whichever character is written at that index position, at that ith position will be printed. ENDL, so that the next character will be printed in a new line, and semicolon, bracket close for the for loop. Then return 0, semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. So as we can see, character at index 6 is G. In morning, at the 6th position we have G. Then character at index 5 is N. Character at index 4 is I. Character at index 3 is N. 2 is R. Then on index number 1 we have O, and character at index 0 is M. So this is how we reverse iterate over string. Next is pattern printing with for loops. Pattern printing is one of the most common applications of for loops. It usually involves nested loops, where the outer loop handles rows and the inner loop handles columns. With for loops, we can create structured outputs such as triangle, square, or number pattern. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform to see an example of pattern printing in C++. Here the program objective is printing a reverse right-angled star pattern, and this is the expected output pattern. Coming to the code, hash include iostream using namespace std semicolon int main. Then inside the curly brace we have int rows is equal to 5. So if you see in this pattern, there are total 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 rows. Then for loop, inside the bracket we have condition int I is equal to rows. So it will begin from, so the iteration will begin from I is equal to 5. Then since I is greater than or equal to 1, the loop will continue and the value of I will be decremented after each iteration. That is why I minus minus. Then semicolon. Now we have for in bracket int j is equal to 1. Now here this variable j is keeping a count of the columns. It will start from 1 and it will keep running till its value is less than or equal to the value of I. Then j plus plus, curly brace. Now inside curly brace we have the statement cout in double inverted comma star space and semicolon. Bracket close for the inner for loop. Then cout endl. That means after implementing this inner for loop, the cursor will shift into a new line. Semicolon. Then curly brace closed for the outer for loop. Return 0, semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. So here we have got the similar output as per the program objective. Multiplication tables using for loops. Generating a multiplication table is a perfect example of repetitive task handled by for loops. We simply repeat multiplication from 1 to 10 or in fact any limit to multiply a fixed number by each loop value and display the result. For example, suppose we want a table of 5. Then we will follow the code int n is equal to 5 semicolon. Then for in bracket int I is equal to 1. Then I less than equal to 10. That means we want to multiply 5 how many times? 1 to 10. So total 10 times. Then semicolon I plus plus. Then the curly brace begins for the for loop. Cout extraction operator, the value of n which is 5. Again extraction operator. Then the multiplication sign in double inverted commas. Extraction operator, the value of I for each iteration. Then extraction operator is equal to in double inverted commas. Extraction operator, value of n multiplied by each value of I, and then endl, so that the result for n multiplied by all the different values of I appear in different lines. And then semicolon, curly brace close for the for loop. So this loop runs 10 times and print the multiplication result each time. It's simple, clean and efficient way of getting multiplication tables using for loops. Series summation with for loops. Series summation means adding a sequence of numbers. For loops are ideal for this because they allow us to iterate through the range and accumulate the sum. Some common applications of series summation with for loop is getting sum of first n natural numbers, or maybe sum of even numbers, or sum of squares, cube and so on. Here we can see example of getting the sum for first 10 natural numbers using series summation with for loop. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform and see how to perform series summation with for loop in C++. The program objective is sum of even numbers from 2 to 10, and the expected output is sum of even numbers from 2 to 10 is :30. Coming to the code, hash include iostream, then using namespace std semicolon int main, then inside curly brace int sum is equal to 0 semicolon. Then we have a for loop for inside bracket int I is equal to 2. Why? Because 2 is a first even number from numbers between 2 to 10. So int I is equal to 2, then semicolon. I less than equal to 10, and then semicolon I plus is equal to 2. So here we are performing the increment with the help of step. Here we are increasing the value of I with 2 because we want even numbers between 2 to 10, and that is why starting from 2 it will add 2 to every value of I. Like after 2 we will get 4, then 6, then 8, and lastly 10. As soon as the value of I reaches 10, the loop will stop since this condition will be false after 10. Then the curly brace begin and sum plus is equal to I. So right now the value of sum is 0. So sum plus I, that means 0 plus 2 is 2. Then the value of 2 will be incremented to 4. So 0 plus 2 plus 4. This loop will keep on repeating till the value of I becomes 10. And this statement will finally give us the sum of all the even numbers from 2 to 10. Then curly brace closed for loop. See out in double inverted commas, sum of even numbers from 2 to 10 is colon, and then the updated value of variable sum, which will have the sum of all even numbers from 2 to 10 will be printed. ENDL semicolon. Then return 0 semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. Sum of even numbers from 2 to 10 is colon 30. And that brings us to the end of our for loop applications lesson. We covered 4 super useful techniques which are the foundational skills you will use again and again as you continue your programming journey. Do not forget to practice using these techniques yourself on the CodeChef platform. Thank you so much for watching.